Hey everyone, I'm Aria and welcome to day 16 of Mini Winterfest. So this is the last video in the series and it has gone surprisingly quickly, I might say. So today I am building a small little castle on top of Mount Komorebi. I have never built up here before. I've never actually done the mountain excursion event until today, so that was a lot of fun. It was a little bit of a challenge because I had no idea what I was doing and I didn't realize that the little signpost thingies were the trail markers, and it took me about half an hour to figure out what exactly I was meant to do. So that was fun, but we got here and it's very nice up here. It's just very white. There's not really much of anything, it's just snow. So I thought it would be nice to build something up here for anybody who would maybe like to have like a vacation up here, and you can just kind of pretend that this is where they're staying. And I think they can only stay here for like 5 minutes or something and then they go back down, or at least that's what my game was telling me. But I think if you wanted to, you can probably figure out a way to stay longer. I don't know, there's probably a mod that lets you do that, I'm not sure. But anyway, the other thing is I thought it would just be nice for your Sims to have somewhere to get some food, maybe get some sleep, have a shower, etc. Before heading back down the mountain. So this is quite a luxurious little castle. I have put a Christmas tree in here, but I haven't included any other kind of Christmassy decorations or Winterfest decorations. I think I put some winter cards on the table by the front door, but that was as more of like a welcome card, if that makes sense. Like sometimes I've been on holiday or to like rental places and then the owner has left like a little welcome card just to say like, you know, hope you enjoy your stay sort of thing. So that's kind of what I had in mind for that. But anyway, inside is pretty much all decorated in this kind of white and soft gold kind of beige color scheme. There's a couple of items that are slightly more blue because I couldn't find like a gold or beige swatch, but I really like the color scheme. It's just very, I don't know, it looks very expensive to me. Very elegant, which is kind of what I was going for with the whole castle theme anyway, and it being, you know, snow and ice, and I wanted it to just, I don't know, I wanted it to look expensive for some reason. But I also wanted it to be quite comfortable too. So like I said, this will be the last build in the series. It's not my last video of the year. I have another video for you tomorrow that is slightly different. It's still a build, but it's not part of this series, and that will be probably my last build. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything for Christmas Eve just yet. Probably not, because I'm going away to visit family for the weekend, so I probably won't have time to do whole video for Friday. But anyway, I've still got one for you tomorrow if you are interested. It's a little bit funky at least for, you know, what I've been doing recently. I think it's really cool and I hope you like it, but we will see. And then I will be taking a break next week and we'll be back in January, which is in just less than 2 weeks time, which is wild. It is a bit, I don't know, overwhelming, I think, to think about how quickly and how slowly this whole year has gone at the same time. It's kind of flown by but dragged at the same time, so it's very confusing and very strange, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. So the kitchen in this build is pretty small. It's only little. I didn't really want to go too kind of over the top with the kitchen like I have done in the past, or can do at least. So I tried to keep it very simple, thinking that it would be probably not somebody's house, so not a place that somewhere lives not somewhere someone lives all the time, but of course you can choose to. Because it's a special lot, it uploads to the gallery as a residential, so you can place it wherever you like and use it as a residential home if you want to. I haven't included too much like personalized clutter because I obviously didn't intend for it to be used as an actual house, but you can if you want to. It's probably big enough for 2 Sims, and then you could probably extend it if you wanted to. I think it's 80 something tiles, so you've got a little bit of tile allocation left if you still wanted it to be a tiny home. But I remembered my frying pans in this one. I can't believe I forgot them in the other video the other day. But I did put a couple of kitchen clutter bits and pieces, but it was only 2 jars here. I think I put some kitchen towel and maybe like a cake tray or something in the opposite corner. I actually kind of half did this corner and then moved on and didn't realize that I hadn't finished it until I came back a little bit later to add something. Was like, oh, I'd left a counter kind of halfway out into the middle of the room for some reason, but I think I was just looking for other items in the like different categories and ended up leaving the counter like this for a little bit. Which wasn't intended, but I do put it back, so it's fine. I put a couple of gifts under the tree. These ones are from the holiday celebration kit, the free one. So I'm not sure whether they actually function like the seasons ones do, but I still think they look nice anyway. And I've tried to keep it all in like very muted colors because I thought they were just a lot more, I don't know, I thought they were just a lot nicer and they matched. These chairs, I kind of wish they weren't quite as bright, but there is a gold swatch that is a lot brighter, so they were kind of my only option. I go with this little side table here. To me, it kind of looks like it could potentially pass as a cupboard. Kind of like the one that I was originally going to use from, I think that was from the paranormal pack. I had like a little gold trim on it. I did really like that one, but I think I prefer this one with the lights on it. I moved the little cake to the coffee table and then I put some books on that side unit. I was trying to fit a bookcase in a little bit later and it just wouldn't go anywhere. They were all so big. I try and fit it into the bedroom, I think, and I ended up sticking halfway out into the bathroom and it wasn't working. So I decided to go with just a little kind of stack of books instead. So I haven't alt placed those, so they should still function as the bookcase. There are 2 books that I've put on a shelf in the bedroom that won't function because I've alt placed them and like raised them up. But I wanted there to be at least some kind of optional activity that wasn't just, you know, building snow pals and making snow angels and things outside. I haven't included a TV because I didn't think that your Sims would be here long enough to really need TV, and there's lots of other things to do other than watch TV, you know. So I thought books would be good and they can sit in front of the fireplace and just be cozy and happy. So I did have a hard time finding pictures to go on the walls. There isn't really very many wintry themed like paintings or anything. We did have one that I originally put on the wall from Seasons, but it was a little bit too blue, so I go with that one that you can see above the fireplace from Dine Out. It's kind of like, I think it's meant to be cherry blossoms, but it was in the right color scheme that I wanted, so I thought it's fine, it can just stay there. You can probably find more appropriate paintings on the gallery, but I quite liked that one. It was a nice colour. I didn't really know what to put here because it's such a kind of awkward space. It's not very big, but it's too big for it to just be left empty, so I end up putting a shelf above the coat rack, putting some books on there just to kind of fill the space in. I wanted to include the new aprons that we got, and there's a couple of other bits that I wanted to include but didn't, like the salt and pepper shaker. I didn't include those this time, and the bows I was thinking about including, but because I didn't want this to be overly, you know, decorated for Winterfest, I tried to stay away from them really. I've used the tree and I've used a little garland in the bedroom, but to be honest, that's about it. I tried to figure out some decorations to put on this front roof piece because it's just a little bit bare. It's kind of too big to leave blank, so I end up putting this little awning from Get Together. I size it up a little bit with the tool model, I think 1.5, because 2 was just way too big if I just sized it up with the bracket key, so sizing it up with tool kind of made it the perfect size. And I'm really pleased because I think it just fills in the gap and gives it a detail that is just nice enough without it being too overwhelming, you know. So I put some of these I think are from Get Together, and then the long ones, I don't know what they're called, are from Strangerville. I had to size them down with the tool mod to get them to fit nicely around this tower. I think I sized them down to 0.72 in the end, just to make them fit, you know, nicely, and I think it looks really nice. Obviously you can't see the roofing, but I do change the roof tiles to it's a base game one and it's grey, I think, but I really like it on its own, and I was trying to think of what it would look like not in the snow, and that was kind of the nearest thing. But obviously if it doesn't look right not in the snow, then please don't have a go at me because I didn't test it. I have no idea. I tried to put some flags out on the like the towers, but it just didn't look right, and the swatches were very bright and colourful, and that's kind of not really what I wanted for this build, so I decided not to go with any of the flags, which for any other castle I probably would have gone with, but for this one I thought I would just leave it without any. And I kind of lower this roof down a little bit because it's just a little bit too high for me. I was trying to figure out like what was wrong with it, and I couldn't really, I don't know, I didn't really have any idea what I was doing. And I'll be honest, I didn't really like this when I started, but once I put the trees down I really liked it. So I'm glad I added the extra pieces of landscaping because I wasn't going to do any landscaping at all, considering there's nothing up here. When you come up here there's a couple of rocks and that's it. So I didn't want it to look completely unnatural, but at the same time it just looked really blank and there wasn't anything there. So I add a couple of these debug trees from the base game, and I really like the look of them covered in snow. I think they look so lovely. So I just put a bunch of these around just to kind of make it look decent, and add some rocks from Cats and Dogs, and then a couple of base game bushes just to kind of fill in the gaps. So like I said, no idea what this is going to look like not in the snow, but hopefully it looks nice because I really like it. I hope you like it too. So we are coming to the end of today's video, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the whole series. If you've seen any other videos, let me know which one is your favorite. And yeah, this will be on the gallery. I think it's already on the gallery actually. Tray files will be on Tumblr as usual, and I will see you all for a different build video tomorrow. Bye everyone.
to a better